What's up, y'all? So, you've seen some of it. You might have seen all of it. You probably already know what we're doing out here. But when it comes to what it is that we do, it's one of the hardest, if not the hardest job you'll ever have. Door-to-door sales is not for the lighthearted, the weak-minded. You'll be surrounded by individuals that are just driven and motivated without a shadow of a doubt. It makes absolute no sense if you don't at least try it. When you do something like this, a few things happen. One, you grow as a person immensely. Whether that's learning how to communicate with people, learning how to market yourself, learning how to brand yourself. It all comes down to what are you going to get out of this situation? What are you going to get out of this experience that will push you to that next level? If you've been interested or always been curious about what it is that we do, then I highly suggest you shoot me a DM, swipe up on the story, go check out the links in the bio. If it's the right fit, it's the right fit. If not, no worries. So if you're from the ages of 18 to 25 and you're looking for something different, you're looking for something that's more rewarding, door-to-door sales is probably the hardest, if not the hardest job you could ever have when it comes to your younger years.
I got to Eco Shield by networking with Louis. I was selling solar and then gym memberships for a little bit. Sat down with Louis.themovie at Starbucks. It gave me an opportunity of a lifetime and I sent it and I've been here ever since.
So I got to Eco Shield through my best friend. He came out a couple years ago, told me about it. Like, I got to do it if he's doing it. I was selling auto parts at Napa beforehand, and honestly, it's changed my life, and I plan on sticking around. At first, I was for sure skeptical. I think everybody is about door-to-door sales, but I'm glad I took the leap, and like I said, it's changed my life. So it's hard work, bro. I mean, like anybody will tell you, it's just hard work, consistency. You got to put the time in, but if you do, you know, you'll benefit from it for sure. So
I want you to share with us like what it was like telling your parents that you wanted to do door-to-door. How did that work for you?
Yeah, that's a really good question. First of all, shout out to all my Filipino boys. But when I first brought up Eco Shield to my parents, they definitely weren't the most fond of the idea of it. Coming from a Filipino background, I was always raised to be the type of guy to go to college, to be a nurse, doctor. I have a lot of family members that are in the medical industry, people that strive to be lawyers, mailmans, literally anything but sales. So when I told them about this summer job, mind you, I was also 17 at the time.
So you were coming out of high school?
I was literally a senior in high school. I was working 2 jobs at the time. I was a straight, AP student, and I had actual scholarships to UNLV and CSN.
That's crazy.
So when I told them about this job, it was just an immediate shutdown. Like from my mom, my grandparents, my dad's also in the Air Force.
Oh, there you
so
go.
As soon as I brought it up, he completely just...
I mean, didn't he get recruited into the Air Force?
He did. So it's funny enough, it's very similar.
Yeah.
But they immediately shut it down, especially because I was a minor at the time.
Yeah.
And also, they knew how hard sales was.
Yeah.
That's kind of what fueled me at the same time. Because, in the same breath, they were making good points that this might not be for me.
Yeah.
It fueled me because all that told me was that they didn't believe in me.
Yeah.
But I believed in myself, so that's all that mattered. As far as what this job has done for me so far, just to kind of briefly go over my story, that year, my senior, I actually ended up dropping out of high school to do this job. And the reason I did that was because I saw a vision for myself. I've always wanted to become an entrepreneur. I've never wanted to do a 9-to-5. I think people have their own opinions, but for me, that just wasn't the type of lifestyle I wanted to live. So fast forward, I dropped out of high school. My parents actually kicked me out of my house, our house. So I was essentially homeless for a couple months, but I ended up finishing up that summer and I made $50K. Exactly. They do give us paid housing, so it's literally an ATL money glitch. You're just out there with your homies stacking bread with other Filipinos out there. So your culture's really tight, very tight-knit community. But ever since I dropped out of high school, I've never looked back. I've been on my own since. I just got my first car. I got a 2025 Tesla Model 3, and sky's the limit now. Sky's the limit now.
A lot of people will tell you that $45,000 is not a lot of money, but when you could do $45,000 in 4 months, then it might be worth it. It all comes down to how hard you really want to work, what you want to present yourself with. When opportunity comes with preparation, then that's when they call it luck. One of the biggest advantages when it comes to coming to work with us here at Eco Shield is that you are surrounded by individuals that actually want to see you win. They force you to be uncomfortable, and a lot of times being comfortable doesn't put you in the best place, but being uncomfortable puts you in the best position possible for you to succeed in whatever it is that you do. You might not do this for 5 to 10 years. You might do it for one summer, but at the core of it all, one summer is all it takes to create that foundation for you to become successful in whatever it is that you do. One of the biggest questions is, what advice would you give to a rookie that's about to come in, afraid of leaving home, leaving their comfort zone, right? Family, a girlfriend. What do you have to say to people that are afraid to leave their family back home or their girlfriend?
If you don't go do something for yourself, they're gonna leave you. Your parents aren't gonna carry your casket. Someone else's. Your girl's gonna leave you before you get the money. So focus on yourself. Don't focus on anything else. As far as taking a risk, you have nothing to lose. It doesn't matter what age you are. The more risks you take, the more opportunities you're gonna find. The bigger network's gonna grow, and it's just gonna tenfold in the future.
So we got Hayden on here. For any rookies or new guys coming in, what advice would you give them when it comes to studying, practicing, and training? How important is training to you?
Honestly, I would say first of all, definitely use your manager as a resource, right? They're the ones that have been doing this, so they're going to be able to lead you in the right direction always. So take their advice, to heart, and then you got to stay in the manual, man. It's our Bible, it's everything that you need to be successful is in there. So take advantage of it. We give you all the tools to succeed, so if you use them wisely, you will succeed.
So the question becomes, why Eco Shield? It just makes sense. If you're a young, motivated, driven individual that wants to make anywhere from 30 to 45K in one summer, then this might be for you.
Discipline thinkers go from that to neutral to the next best option.
So after a long 12+ hour day, I'm exhausted, I'll be honest. I think today I learned a lot about just being present with the camera, getting back into breaking the rust, is that what they say? Like, I'm rusty. Compared to like how I used to vlog and create content, yeah, I was very rusty. But day 2 of vlogging, day 2 of creating content, and the goal is to just get better every time, right? Hopefully, it goes somewhere. Road to 1,000 subscribers is, I think, gonna be the most fun, and I'm excited for it. I know it's gonna be hard, but that's why we do this, right? But until next time, hope you guys enjoyed following me throughout the day. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. But peace out, guys.